YouTube, what is going on? Chris with Journos Comics. Uh, it's 9 p.m. here, Pacific time on my end. So it's a late night for a lot of people around the world right now. Some of you might be catching this on the rewind, but I'm just actually lounging here in my room right now and decided to do a quick little live stream. Um, some of you may think I'm kind of even crazy for addressing this issue, but I'm going to address it. I cherish this platform that I utilize called YouTube. What's going on, folks? Wow, I didn't really expect many folks to hop on. This isn't I'll tell you guys, this isn't much of like my normal streams. We could talk a little bit about comics while we're here too, obviously, but this is just a little bit of a shift because I really do want to stress something to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you all, Kid Collector, Isaac, the Lost Comic Kid, Linkovich, man. Good to see some names in here, some uh, recognizable names. But guys, let me just this is why I hopped on today, just lounging in my bedroom. you know, um, just came home from a long walk. Up some mountains or some hills. Got some fresh air, got some exercise. I hope all you are doing so too in these crazy times, getting out there in the world still. But all right, guys. Um, Basically, this is a message to all my subscribers. Comics with Bueller, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Coming from another awesome YouTuber, uh, Alex. Alex was just at A1 in Roseville. Sick. I need to get out there. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I still haven't gone since the lockdown. I haven't been to A1. I hit up one of their patio sales like the week before everything completely shut down. But so guys, I want to stress something here. So I really want to let everyone know that even though this is this platform is comic books, geek culture, everything that we all love, right? Bishner, um, I I I approach everything that I do in life with a code of ethics, so to say. And sometimes that means getting deep. And some people may not like that. Like some of my viewers may like, I'll just talk about comics. Why do you got to get deep? Why do you got to, you know, but the reason why I do this is because I see this platform is a tool, and like my favorite superhero, Spider-Man, was taught with great power comes great responsibility. This is a great platform that I believe a lot of responsibility follows for content creators to understand the responsibility of what we do when we utilize these platforms and when we involve ourselves in these communities. This is a community to me, and I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you so much. And I always want everything that I do to be something that brings people together. I want everything that I do on this channel to be something that unites everyone, that promotes positivity and respect for each other, for the hobby, for the culture, and for the community. And I want to say right now, I do want to say right now, Double S, what's going on? I don't care if you are subscribed to me, even if you're a subscriber and you're supporting me, and you come in my comments and you attack anybody, whether it's me or somebody else commenting, um, I will block you because for me, it's not about how many subscribers I have. I could have 2,000 subscribers. I can have two subscribers. I can have 200,000 subscribers. I'm not here to collect every single subscriber I can. I'm here to collect people that truly want to be a part of what I believe in, of what I'm doing, and what I believe this community should be. So, I check all my comments the best that I can. I like engaging with each and every one of you. And if I see something, and believe me, I'm not about censorship, guys. This isn't about agreeing or disagreeing. I love the fact, whether it's politics or art or music or pop culture and comic books, dude, what kind of world or what kind of hobby and community would this be if we all just agreed all the time, right? That would be boring. This isn't about agreeing or disagreeing. I love I love hearing different points of views. I love people that express things differently and go at it. I love argumentation, not arguing like when you're being disrespectful, but a good solid argument where we can go back and forth. Nope, nope, it's like this. Nah, it's like this. I'm gonna prove, and then you can shake hands when you're done, right? I love that. But I'm talking about being downright nasty. Um, too many people. I've talked about it before. Too many people get behind a screen and a keyboard or their phones, right? And they get that courage, that liquid courage, whatever, and they think that they could just sit and bully. And I'm not for it. Look, it's not happening. And I'm not just going to censor people. If you guys are, if somebody's in the comments and I see someone, I'm like, hey, guys, tone it down, be respectful. I saw two people kind of going at it for a quick minute the other day, and it was like a misunderstanding. And then they were like giving love and respect to each other afterwards. That's what I want to see. Because sometimes when we comment and leave comments, we don't hear the tone. We're not looking somebody eye to eye, and we may mistake what they're trying to say or misunderstand what they're trying to say and their intentions, right? But then we can like squash it and say, okay, yeah, yeah, much love, respect, whatever, right? So I'm just here to say, guys, and I wanted this to be quick. And like I said, we could talk about comics for a little bit here tonight. But I just want to say, guys, I don't care if you're a subscriber or you're a first time viewer. Obviously, I respect everyone that takes the time to even subscribe and watch my stuff. But if you are coming on my channel and bullying and just being nasty, uh, nope, that is not what I promote here, whatsoever. I want everyone to be the best people that they can be when they're either in my live streams or watching my videos and commenting on my videos. This is a community. Everyone is welcome, regardless of if you're man, woman, black, white, Muslim, Christian, American, Middle Eastern, Democrat, Republican, DC, Marvel, Spider-Man, Batman. I don't care, right? Independent, a big publisher, CGC or CBCS, anti-CGC, slab every single book of my collection, CGC. I don't care. We are all in this together. This is a community, right? So there we go. I think, hey, I said what I had to say. I hope everyone can understand. And now, hey, shoot, let's talk comics for a minute. Kid Collector said, I was so scared. I thought you were going to quit YouTube. No, I'm really, man, no, I don't see, I love this platform, guys. I love each and every one of you. And like I've said before, I've stressed it a lot. Like, this is a two-way, this is a give and take here, guys. Like, this is therapeutic for me. I have a love and a passion for doing YouTube, and being able to talk about comic books and stuff that I enjoy. That's therapeutic for me. ASM Productions, what's going on? But I also know that it's an outlet for all of you guys watching, and so it's really a two-way street. And that's why I said in my, I think it was my 2K celebration. Let me get some water here real quick. I think I said in my 2K celebration that um it's humbling to know that, like, right now I can sit here and you guys want to hear me talk, because sometimes I think it feels kind of vain, right? It's like, who just wants to hear themselves talk? But that's why I involve you guys. There's my man Don. Yes. Oh, Don. Yes. So okay. Don is putting it all out there, stating what he is. Oh, Don, I love you, man. Right, yeah. So it's all love, man. Like, look, uh, man. This is the place, guys. This is the safe space, right? And I don't mean to sound cheesy saying that, but it's all love, man, dude. All that other stuff of what we are outside of this. Um, I'll, each and every one of you, we share, and I said this too. We share so much more in common than that's different, and that's what I like to focus on. But yeah, when it comes to comic books, man, let's go at it. Let's argue, right? So Isaac, the man, Are you getting a new press anytime soon? Isaac wants to know. Uh, Got to go for a nice good press and a new press. Okay, so Isaac, thank you, Don, man. I appreciate it. Isaac, here's the thing. So, okay, and this is what I want you guys to know too. Like, so obviously, as a YouTube content creator, there is revenue flow. There's a revenue stream. Is it a lot? Absolutely not. But everything that I've made through YouTube, I've put back to YouTube. Okay. This camera that I'm using right now came from YouTube funds. So I should be getting a paycheck in August. And Isaac, I am eyeing presses right now. I already bought a couple things for a humidity chamber, and I'm going to be doing I've done a couple pressing tutorials in the past but I really want to get down on it with a new press with the humidity chamber and just go in and really show, make some videos showing that off and really step my pressing game up. So yeah, so Isaac, I hope that answers your question. I'm in the hunt. We'll see. We'll see over these next few weeks if I'm able to land a new press. Fabian. Fabian says that Wolverine cover. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. Do you have a Gambit art piece that you did from the? I don't. I don't have anything Gambit. I did draw a Gambit a couple times as a kid. I don't know if I still have it, but so yeah. But hey, I mean, if you're interested in the commission, hit me up at journos underscore boom right here comics on Instagram, and we could talk. Alex Braun. Alex has been into more indie comics lately. Been finding a lot of early manga. Akira, Lone Wolf, and Cub, Appleseed. Yeah, my son is into like anime stuff. But I was started reading more independent stuff like over the last couple of years, where I started reading some limited series, but then not so much like over the last year. Marvel or DC. Hey, you know what's funny? Uh, Don says Marvel, but he's into DC horror right now. Yo, I'm big into horror right now too. Like this is a interesting thing, and I was watching Don, even I think some months back, or maybe even last year when Don was showing off some of his horror stuff. I was never, and I've talked about this too. I was never really into horror as a kid, but I've gotten more into it over the last couple of years, and I think the horror genre is big too. If you talk about speculating, there's a lot of spec hype on some horror stuff, especially with Marvel, because we have Blade coming, we have Moon Knight coming, we have into the multiverse of madness. So we know that the MCU is really expanding into what looks to be their horror genre. We have Hellstrom coming out on Hulu, and now I know this is like the final Marvel television entity under that roof. But I really think Feige and Marvel Studios is saying, look, let's Hellstrom was already in production. Let's finalize it. Let's put it out, and let's see what kind of reaction it gets. Because I think that Hulu platform, now that Disney owns Hulu, we can really be seeing some solid MCU shows that are like that R-rated, that are that horror genre, that are coming out on Hulu. Even Punisher, man, they could bring back John Bernthal and do a, even though it probably would be like a soft revamp, you still have the same actor and you bring it to Hulu. Woo, that would be fire, man. That would be fire. My camera is a Logitech, so it's a solid brand. I didn't want to go. I originally went with the knockoff brand from Amazon, but it was crap. I sent that back and I paid like just $20 more for a better Logitech. It is an older one, so it's not, believe me, it's not high end. I hope to get a really high end someday in the future. But it's decent, gets the job done. I don't even have any lighting right now. Like I said, I'm just in my bedroom hanging out with you guys right now. So No comic book behind books behind me. I do have actually. I read this. I do have a comic book right here. I read this last night. Star Wars #1. So getting caught up on my Star Wars. It was okay. I wasn't too like thrilled. It takes place right after Empire Strikes Back ends. So we'll see where that goes. I got an art piece here, guys. I'm gonna tease this. I'm gonna tease this art piece, guys. Okay, this is a commission, and I'm just gonna tease it because I don't want to give it away, and I won't even go into why I don't want to give it away. That's all I'm gonna show. I'm working on this right now, and this is all I'm gonna show. So that's what I got going on in my room right now. You should see my area over here. I got pencils and erasers and art supplies just thrown everywhere. It's a mess. Let's see. Let's see. How do you feel personally about getting a comic you like and love signed by the cover artist, Fabian? Oh, guys, you know what's really funny? Because I was watching Comics with Bueller, and they did the video maybe I think a few days ago about does getting a book signed increase the value and whatnot, and they really dove into that. Guys, what's really funny is I'm a big baseball fan. I'm a big sports fan, and I'm a sports collector. I have tons of baseball cards, basketball cards. I have so many in my son's room right now. I have a whole shelving unit of autographed baseballs. I have an autographed Joe. I met Joe Montana actually and have a Joe Montana autographed. I made when I worked at Starbucks. I made him a latte. Yeah, cool story, right? Dwight Clark, the catch. When I was a kid, I I found a book that had super like athletes, famous athletes' addresses, and I would write to them, say, "Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm a big fan. Will you send me? May I have your autograph, please?" Dwight Clark sent me an 8x10. Rest in peace. Dwight Clark sent me an 8x10 picture of the catch, signed by him. So awesome. I have tons of baseball signed. I would go to baseball games and go down there before the game when they were warming up and try to have baseball players sign my baseballs. I love it. But guess what, guys? I irk at the signatures on comic books. I do not like comic books having signatures on them. I have a few. I have a Rob Liefeld signature. I have a good handful of Ron Lim signature books, and I think it's kind of cool still. But I just, for some reason, seeing an autograph on the book, unless it's Stanley, like is like fingers on chalkboard to me. It's weird. It like really irks me. Is that strange? Is that strange or what? The Isaac asks, what MCU movie am I most excited for? Raider Bear, what's going on? Raider Bear, shoot, yeah. What time is it for you? It's like already Raider Bear. You exist in the future. Time travel exists. It's like tomorrow. Um, yeah. Isaac, what movie am I excited for? I'm excited to see. I don't think it's a movie that's announced because what do we have? We have Black Widow. We have Eternals. We know there's going to be a Spider-Man 3. And then I mean we know Blade's coming. Um, what else we got? Multiverse of Madness. Out of the ones that are announced, it's probably a tie between Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man 3 because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. And I think where they're going to go with Spider-Man is going to be a surprise. And I think it might even tie into the Multiverse of Madness film to some extent. To those that aren't announced, that we know are coming on the horizon, is a tie between two things: the X-Men movie in the MCU and seeing Galactus on the big screen, which I just think is inevitable. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Absolutely. I think for the streaming services, the thing that I'm looking forward to most that's been announced is Moon Knight. Like I am so excited to see what they're going to do with Moon Knight. That's going to be fire, I think. Um, yeah, Raider Bear. I have no comment, Raider Bear, to that last comment you left. Uh, yeah, who said Spider-Man 3? The Lost Comic Kids said Spider-Man 3 too. Yes. Oh, it's 2:30 p.m. Whoo, man. Yeah, it's 9:30 over here. Alex asks, what are your thoughts on collectors bin, binding their back issues into custom hardcover omnibus books? Wow, Alex, I don't know. I don't know what that is. That something I should Google? What are these guys? They're binding their back issues into custom hardcover omnibus omnibus books. That is interesting. If you have any context to that, please let me know. Gloom Bloom, Double S. Are you a Major League One or Two fan, movie fan since you like baseball? Yeah. Yeah, I love those movies as a kid. Major League, The Drunk Fan. Yeah, I don't know. Do I remember that? It's been a while. I watched him as a kid, and then I watched him again like as an older teenager. It's definitely been a while. Did they do a three like years later, or maybe not? Maybe I'm just making that up in my head. Moon Knight, yeah, yo, Isaac. I recently got my hands on Moon Knight #1 of both series, the first volume 1, and as well as the Mark Spector Moon Knight series that came out in '89, I believe. Was it? Yeah, I think it was '89, '88 or '89 when that run started. So yeah, I mean Moon Knight, I've said this before too. Moon Knight's a character that I I don't buy into like hype. I try to stay away from things just because of hype. But Moon Knight is a character that I wish I would have collected more of when I was a kid. 12:30, Kid Collector. You must be on the East Coast. Coffee Breath. Yeah, it was like guys, I posted a video today. And then I just to let everyone know, guys, I'm doing a live stream tomorrow too. Like I said, this little live stream was unexpected. For those that just hopped on, I had a little kind of public service announcement that I spent the first like 7 minutes talking about just to get a little something off my check. And I said, shoot, I'm here. Let's go ahead and talk some comic book stuff and whatnot. But I'm doing a live stream tomorrow, guys. I'm extremely excited about it. I will be doing. I will be going through like my entire CGC CBCS collection, which is only like what 28 books, and I will be breaking down return on investment, values, fair market values, and profit margins, and all this fun stuff. So if you guys are into speculating, if you guys are into flipping, if you guys are into return on investments, if you guys are into getting books graded and wondering how that affects the value or the return on investment if you were to sell it, come join the live stream tomorrow. It's going to be at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern time, which for Raider Bear, man, that might be in the middle of the night. If you guys are like, in New Zealand, Australia, and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to have a special guest, Jeff, my co-host from Comic Book Canon, come on. We're going to break down he's got a few books that we're going to break down, some CBCS books. So come check that out, guys. It's already posted on the channel. So you could go to the thumbnail and hit a reminder. So yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Um, Definitely. Isaac said he's going to be there. Appreciate it, Isaac. Definitely. Do. Coffee breath. Yeah, definitely. And again, you guys can always watch it on the rewind. I don't know if you guys can see the videos right when they post, like the live streams, because sometimes I think it takes a while for them to actually post as a video. Lost Comic Kid says I should get Daredevil 181 because they might join the MCU in Spider-Man 3, and it's a really hot book. I do believe I have Daredevil 181. You want to know how I'm going to find out without being in my comic book room, guys? I'm going to pull up my CLZ app. That's right, my CLZ app. Boom. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. And this is what we're going to do. See, if you want to know if you have a book, guys, check this out. Can you guys see that? Can you see? Okay, check this out real quick, guys. Let me see if they can focus. Oh, shoot, man. It's not, it doesn't want to focus on, okay, let's see. Let's try this again. It doesn't want to focus. Let me get my face out of the way, guys. Here we go. No, no, see, I still need to upgrade my camera. It's decent, but man. Anyways, it says right here, it's by run. That says Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 for you guys. I can't see that. The most books that I have, it's a tie between Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 and Captain America Volume 1 because I have the whole run. And I'm decently close to a Volume 1 run. Of course, I don't have a lot of the earlier ones. But what I was going to do, I'm going to go to the little search engine in my CLZ at and search Daredevil. And I hit the search button, and it pops up. And you guys can see right here, these are all the books that I have. And again, I know it's blurry for you guys, but you can see in there, it does, well, you probably can't see, but take my word for it, 181. And then you could go to each book. So I'm going to go to 181, and boom, there it is. So you guys probably get the idea. There's the cover, and it gives the details. It tells me how much, when did I purchase it? Yeah. Okay, so check this out, guys. Daredevil 181. So somebody was saying it's a hot book right now. I purchased Daredevil 181 on April 3rd of 2018 for $17. I got it right all in here. So now, if like it's a couple years later, this book is catching hot. I want to go check Go Collect. I want to go check sold listings on eBay, see how much this is going for, and say it's going for like $40 right now. I'm like, man, I could double my money if I wanted to flip that book right now. So CLZ app, really cool stuff for sure. Let's see. Oh, you guys want to know how many comic books I own? I'll tell you right now because, and again, you guys, it sucks because I can't focus in on this, but it says right here, it says that's a number right there, but because you guys can't see it, I'm gonna read it to you. You guys ready? Who wants to take a guess on how many comic books I own? I'll come back to this. I'll let you guys guess. Yeah, I still remember when Don did his full count, man. That was crazy. That was hours and hours. Yeah, and then yeah, entering it into the CLZ app is a pain, but once you get it all in there, oh, it's amazing. Oh shoot, okay. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, guys. Let's see. Are you going to be collecting any Golden Age Captain America? Isaac, that is a great question because I have all of Captain America Volume 1, which we know started in 1968 with issue 100, carrying on Tales of Suspense. I would like to get more Tales of Suspense issues to, because it obviously it's the same count. I would love to get a Golden Age Captain America. I admit I don't have many Golden Age books in my collection. I only have a few. I could probably count with one hand or with two hands, maybe. But I would absolutely love to get a Golden Age Captain America. Someday. Alex says he's not a fan of CGC books. It's one thing for a perfect copy to be expensive, but I think having a hard plastic case hikes up the price. I buy to read rather than have something sit on a shelf. Again, great personal opinions, and that just shows the love of this hobby. We can love this hobby in many different ways. Alex loves to read his books. I'm very similar to Alex, although I have grown to enjoy having slab books for specific books like keys. I've really enjoyed the idea of having my key slab, but I'm not one that is into spending so much money on slabbing books. I would rather take that money and invest in more comic books, but you know, for me, I think I'll continue to send one order out every year, and take a little bit of money and just have that for me. I think it's really cool. It's exciting. And Alex is right. It hikes the price up, but that's a sign of market demand when folks value, a quote unquote legit grade, a solidified grade. Now we can go down that rabbit hole and say, well, how is it solidified when it's just an opinion and there's lack of consistency? And believe me, I've argued this. Don't want to get into that right now, but so there's all these variables of why we love CGC and slabbing books and why we might be kind of against it or just not be for us. So yeah, but like I said, what do I have? Like 28 in my collection. So, and I have a lot of books, and I'll never have probably a large amount of slab books in my collection. The app is not expensive. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think you could buy it for like $10, and then it's like $2 a month or something like that. It's decently affordable, and I do think it's worth it. Isaac guesses 17,000. Kid Collector 16,000. Don with the 16,850. Arik, I hope I said that right. Guesses 17,000. Coffee breath. Coffee breath. I gotta put you on blast. Coffee breath. 7,000. You're way off, but I appreciate the love. It breaks my heart because I will say I have a lot more than 7,000. But guys, let me tell you too, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality too, right? Every collection is special. Every collection. You can have 20 books in your collection and it could be an awesome collection because it means something to you, right? That's important. Coffee breaks it. Damn, I'm low. Yeah, it's all right, buddy. It's all right. All right. The Lost Comic Kid. 10,000. We're really Lost Comic Kid. I didn't know that. Is that 10,000? Let me count the zeros. Yep, 10,000. So I didn't realize it was that low of a print run. Raider Barrick bought a lot of 17,000s here. I like how Dawn was very like 16,850. It would be even more awesome if you said 16,851 and a half. Obviously, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Let's see. Are you going to sell those books you get back from CGC? Kid Collector, if you're asking me if I'm going to sell books that I got back from CGC, no. I plan on selling no books that I have that are CGC slabbed unless something happens and I need money. And I feel that way for most books in my collection. I've said it before, I'm not a seller. I cherish every book. I think I've sold maybe anywhere between 5 or 10 books in my lifetime. Yeah. And those books were most likely doubles, and I had better grades, and I just needed a little extra money, and I sold them on eBay. So yeah. Do you have the Key Collector app? No, double S. I don't have the Key Collector app. I utilize their website sometimes, and I've thought about it, but just right now I don't. I do pay $2.95 a month for cover price. They are kind of the new kids on the block. I mean, even like Kid Collector is only 3 years old, but I think cover price is I don't even know, a little over a year old. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but there's a lot of holes in cover price, but I like what they're doing and they keep adding more and more. So cover price is decent for $3 a month right now for what I'm utilizing it for. It's great. And on our Comic Book Canon show, we utilize their top 10 that they pull every week in terms of sales. So it's all based on sales numbers. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna tell you how many comic books I had. Alex says, I wish I had deeper pockets sometimes. I'm lacking on anything Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko comments. Hey, Alex, I hear you, man. It's hey, so many of us are collecting on a budget, and hey, look, that budget could be different for everyone, and that's okay. But I'm sure everyone is still collecting on a budget. Well, unless you're a millionaire, right? But even those that may be more wealthy, you still have to budget. But and believe me, I've been a starving student, you know, over the last 5 years. Next to I graduated last summer, and sometimes I felt bad buying comic books still because I was like, I'm struggling. I got bills to pay still, and but it's like I think it's good. You can say the same thing for like women, and not to stereotype, but it's like you know I think even when you're struggling, if a woman wants to get like her hair done every other month or something that just makes them feel good about themselves, I think it's good. I think it's good for the soul, even when we are, because when you're, I've struggled financially a lot in my life, especially raising kids and struggling, and it's not fun, and I think it is very healing to our emotional and mental state for us to splurge once in a while. And although I'm not for like somebody, getting like a welfare check and going and being frivolous with it. And I don't want to turn this into some stereotypical thing here or but I'm all about being responsible adults. But at the same time, look, when it comes to comic books, I think we have to allow ourselves to, treat ourselves once in a while to whatever that may be. Like for my kids, when we were struggling, it was taking them to get Happy Meals from McDonald's. Even if my energy bill was like 2 months overdue or something, or I hadn't paid my phone bill. It's like, screw this. I'm going and spending $30 and we're going to McDonald's and I'm buying them Happy Meals because I want my kids to be, and then we're getting ice cream cones after, right? Same thing with the comic book store. I'm going to go to the comic book store and I'm going to buy myself a few books and I'm going to raid the 50-cent bins and buy my kids a few books too. So I understand, believe me, I absolutely understand collecting on a budget. But as long as we're being responsible adults and, we're not neglecting and it's not turning into like an addiction, like where you could get with like gambling, where, people are pulling out their like 401ks and they're losing their houses, and, it becomes like abuse to their children because they're not feeding their children because they're out like gambling their money away. I mean, that's where it's like, when it comes to comic books, we don't want to get to that level. But look, I get it. Keep just keep collecting to the extent that you can, and keep dreaming big. I mean, hey, we I'm still hoping for my day where find that score where it's like an estate sale and you get all these silver age or bronze age keys, right? And you come out of there paying a couple $100 for like $5,000 worth of books or something like that. I mean, I've seen so many stories on YouTube. Silver Age Dave has some stories about just finding collections. So yeah, keep the faith. But let's get to my number here. Now, keep in mind, and this number is not accurate because of two things. I do have a small stack of books that's probably maybe like 30 books that I haven't put in yet. And I do have some Archie books, which are like the grocery market. What do you call them? Like the mini digests. I still have some of those, and I count those as comic books. I do, because I mean they're comics. I have some of those that I have not put in yet, and I have, check this out. I have one. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 previews orders that I have not received yet, that have been delayed because of the shutdown. And in each of those orders, there's probably at least 20 books in each. Time said there's probably about 100. I probably have about 300 books that aren't entered into my CLZ app right now. I would say anywhere from 300 to 350. So you guys ready for it? My amount is 16,386. So let's add that to what I think I have outstanding. What did I say? 16,386. And I estimated about 350 books. So I most likely have more of around 16,736 books. So the winner, the one that came closest, was Dawn. What did you say, Dawn? 16,850. So Dawn was probably off by just over 100 comics. So good job, Dawn. That was an awesome guess. Don knows me for sure. So absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. Isaac said, "Do you know how many tentacles you have in your collection?" Isaac, I'm gonna assume you meant something else other than tentacles. And I'm gonna assume that was a autocorrect. So if you can let me know what you were asking again. Kid Collector says, wish me luck, guys. I'm going to my uncle's house to check out his collection. Hope I find some good keys. I am wishing you luck, Kid Collector. I don't know if you have an Instagram, Kid Collector, but if you do and you find some awesome finds, post them on Instagram. Absolutely. Um, Alex says, I need more Jack Kirby Marvel. Yeah. Alex, hey, I don't know where you are, Alex. I don't know where you live. I don't know what kind of LCS stores you have in your area, but if you're into, you said you're into reading, and look, I'm big on grade, but it's not all. Like I would rather. I'm a bargain buyer. I say that a lot. A bargain collector. I would rather, if there's a book that's in a decent high mid grade for $2 or a near mint for $10, I'll buy the $2 one any day of the week for the most part, right? Um, I don't want them too beat up. I don't want rusty staples. I don't want the cover ripped. I don't want a whole bunch of writing on the cover, so I have like stipulations. But Alex, if you could find a good LCS, and if you have LCSs that have sales, like for example, A1 Comics in my area will have 50% off back issue sales. And you could find some decent later Silver Age, early Bronze Age Jack Kirby stuff for, at least I can, for like under $10. And if it's on sale, I might be able to even find stuff for under $5 if it's like in, lower grades, maybe lower mid grades. So I think for my advice, Alex, is just always stay on the hunt, look for the bargains, and like, yeah, just you don't always have to go after those high grades. And Steve Ditko, especially with the Spider-Man run, I've gotten like some of the keys, some of the Ditko keys that I have are the Green Goblin first and second appearance, um, the Beetle first appearance. Um, I believe he do no, that was and then I got first appearance of or the cameo and first full appearance of Mary Jane, but that's already John Romita. But I have the last Spider-Man book Ditko ever did. You'll be surprised sometimes. You can, if you have a good, like I said, if you don't mind about a lower grade and you got $30 to spend, you'd be surprised at some of those Ditkos that are, maybe in the 20s of the Amazing Spider-Man you can find for about $30 in lower grade. Simon's in the house. What is going on? It's late night over in Simon's side of the world. Yeah, Don. Yep. Don says yes. Don was he was almost spot on with guessing my books. Anthony Shortbox, what's going on? He's Anthony Shortbox. Anthony Shortbox is spending his night rebagging and boarding his Fantastic Four run. Anthony, I'm envisioning you right now. And like I said, for those guys that weren't here in the beginning, I'm in my bedroom lounging. I got my pillows behind me and I'm just lounging here. I'm not even in my comic book room. And I'm just seeing Anthony right now sitting I'm wherever he is with his short boxes, bagging and boarding. I'm telling you guys, I hope you got some TV. Well, you got something going because you're watching me, right? So that's awesome, man. I'm honored that, I'm sitting there in your room or wherever you're at while you're doing that. That's awesome. How many fantastic books does Anthony have? Kid Collector says. Journos. Kid Collector asks, what's the earliest ASM book I have? The earliest book I have, again, I do believe it's 17, issue 17, second appearance of Green Goblin. But just for argument's sake, we're going to pull it up. Yep, look at that. Issue 17 in my Amazing Spider-Man blurry, unfocusable camera. Issue number 17 is the earliest I have. I do have reprints of some of the earlier ones, but obviously those don't count. As I said, what's my favorite Golden Age comic book in my collection? I have one Golden Age Wonder Woman, and that's the only Golden Age DC or Marvel that I have is a Wonder Woman book. I don't even know the number off the top of my head, but I would have to say probably my favorite outside of that is one of my earlier Porky Pigs because it's a really early one. I think it's from in 19. I think it's a 1941 or 1940 Porky Pig. Yeah, and it was a gift to me. So that's a really cool book. I mean, not extremely valuable, but obviously it's cool. It's pretty beat up too. Yep. Anthony has issues 100 through 412 of Fantastic Four. Really nice. Really nice solid run there. Mr. A, yeah, I haven't not too familiar with that, Alex, but I always say, Steve Ditko, I think is, I think a lot of those earlier artists got a lot of flack. Even Kirby, but I love Kirby. But Ditko, I know Ditko was I would as an artist myself, I would call Ditko is very flat. He was very flat in his art and obviously a lot more simplistic. But here's the thing with Ditko. Ditko still was able to bring characters to life. And, I'm telling you, man, like those early Amazing Spider-Man Ditko covers, I love them. I absolutely love them. So I am definitely not a Ditko hater at all. Hey, Alex went 50 cent shopping, man. I'm jealous. I gotta hit the man. Look, I'm fiending, guys. I am an addict. Like Dawn, the junkie. Um, I'm fiending for. I need to go. I need to dive. I need to dive in some bins, and I just haven't in so long. It sucks. Anthony said he went with. I want to talk about this. Anthony went some polyethylene bags. Nice. So I'm assuming, Anthony, that you're digging them. Yeah, I definitely think if here's the thing, polyethylene bags, and I talk about this a lot from the older books. They're different than polypropylene because they will yellow, and they don't wrinkle as much as your nowadays really cheap polyethylene, but they're not as clear, but they don't wrinkle. So the thing with polyethylene is, like, I think they're solid poly bags and they're worth it if you're into presentation and you want to keep a poly bag on your books for say like 10 years. But I think probably, anywhere between 5 and 10 years, I would say, as long as you have your comic books already stored in a good environment, I would check my polyethylene bags every 5 to 10 years. Because the one thing is that, look, a polypropylene bag you could keep on a comic maybe for longer and it won't yellow, but it will completely wrinkle and get nasty. So that's one good thing about the new polypropylenes. That's why they are considered archival, but I'm telling you, man. I mean, they like some of mine, especially the Ultra Pros. They look nasty after like 6 months. And I still have to do a video. I still have to do a video comparing some of my BCW poly bags and my Ultra Pro poly bags over the last year because somebody had commented on one of my videos that I did where my bag was all warped. It was a Ultra Pro bag that was all wrinkled, and they're like, "Yo, that's your environment. You have too much humidity in there." And I'm like, "Look, my environment isn't the best. Yes, I do. I don't have central cooling in my room where I have my comic books, and we have hot summers, and there is humidity. I do have a dehumidifier, and we do run a plug-in LG air unit, cooling unit. But I can guarantee you that it's not just that because I will show you guys a BCW bag next to an Ultra Pro bag, both polypropylene, and the BCWs have stayed smooth longer. So Donald, yes, yes, that's a good point, Alex, with the Donald Duck. Absolutely. The Lost Kid. The Golden Age book I used to have is the first appearance of Ant-Man. Hank Pym. Just trying to get catched up on these guys. We'll probably spend 10 more minutes here, and then I'll probably call it a night. I appreciate so many people hopping on today or this evening. Alex asks, excuse me, Isaac asks, Amazing Vitamins 15 is not the most expensive comic book in my collection. Isaac, here we go. Okay, what do you got, Isaac? We did something fun in the comic book canon show last night. Our good friend Isaac has an Amazing Fantasy 15 and a 9.0. And Jeff and I looked up the fair market value for that book, and it's $480,000. And he says he has a Superman #1. He doesn't mean to brag. Isaac, brag all you want. You have bragging rights, absolutely, because to own those books, I would be bragging every day. If I owned a Superman #1 and a Amazing Fantasy 15 and a 9.0, you know what my YouTube channel would be? I'd make videos every day of me just turning the camera on and showing my two books, and just being like this, and I wouldn't even say anything. And then the video would stop. And then you'd see another video the next day, and I'd be bragging rights, Isaac, for sure. That's awesome. That is awesome. Kid Collector has to make Spider-Man 8, but sold it to get more books. Yeah. Hey, if it works out. Dawn, the man is at 26390. 26,390 books. I'm telling you, I will say, guys, I thought I might have a chance. When Dawn hit 20,000, I said, I have a chance to catch Dawn. It's not happening. I don't think I will ever catch the junkie, but that's okay because he still inspires me to still go hard. I can't wait to hit that 20,000 mark. I will say, guys, I have scaled back. Like I'm a bargain shopper for sure, but where I used to really go hard on finding like 50-cent dollar comics, I would rather find, that were maybe more modern. I would rather spend maybe $2 or $3 on, instead of buying like 150-cent comics, I would rather buy like $33 Bronze Age comics to fill runs. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So it is a little bit more of quality over quantity. Plus, I cut back on my new releases. I cut back hard. I just, when Rebirth happened, I went in. I couldn't even keep up on the reading, and then now you can find so many of the Rebirth books and dollar bins, and just like I don't know what I was doing. You may have gotten lucky if you got a few of them, like the Teen Titans #12. But yeah, I mean, so I wish I would have saved some of that money I spent on Rebirth and put it into some of my Bronze Age runs. But yep, guys, I'll tell you the story for Dawn. I'll tell it myself. Dawn, I could be your narrator. I'm gonna be Dawn's Morgan Freeman here. Okay, I can't mimic Morgan Freeman's voice, but I'm gonna be Dawn's. I'm gonna tell Dawn's story here. So when Dawn was in, I believe, 3rd grade, they did a Secret Santa type of thing for Christmas in their class. And Dawn, tell me how accurate I get the story. And they had little like stocking stuffers set up, whatever, for all the kids in the class. And he got a comic book from his teacher in his little stocking thing that they had. And that was the first comic he ever received. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what comic book that is here in a quick second. We're going to bring that up. We are going to bring that up. I promise you guys we are. And that was it. And from then on, it was done. The junkie. It was like, hey kid, take a puff, right? And he was hooked. He was hooked. He had one hit of that comic book and he became the junkie. And here we are, however many years or decades later, and that one comic book accumulated into 26,000 what was 26,300 and something or whatnot. Oh my god, I can't see the thumbnails, guys. I'm blind. You guys want to see me with my glasses on? Check this out. This is my glasses are horrible, but I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, I wear glasses. I only wear glasses when I read and when I do art. Nerdcore. I'm a nerd. I'm a true nerd now, and nerd is not a bad thing, right? We're all a bunch of geeky, nerdy people, and we all got our own little swagger going on at the same time, right? All right, I am so blind. Bear with me, guys. I want to show this book off before I end this live stream because this is like, oh my gosh. And I'm not even going to look in the comments if Dawn said what book it was because I know exactly what book it is. And I just can't see it because I'm blind. I'm absolutely blind. I have 2 issues of this book. Here it is. Is this it? Yep. Dawn, right? And I know it's blurry. Shoot, man. Right there. That's the book. Let me see. Let me make sure I got that right. That's Captain America number 207. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. We all have our story. We all have our stories. Guys, you know what I want to do? Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up by saying this for everyone that's still with me here tonight, guys. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video sometime soon. I'm gonna take note of this too. I'm also gonna post it on my Instagram. I want everybody to tell me their story of how they first started collecting. And like I said, I might do a video reminding folks, but what I want you guys to do is go to the comment section of this video of this live stream once it posts and comment in the comment section your little story of that first comic book you got and how you got into collecting. And then I want to do either a video or a live stream, or maybe I'll do it on the Comic Book Canon Show with my co-host Jeff, reading all of your guys' stories. That would be so awesome because I love it. So yeah, let me know. Like don't leave it in the live chat right now because it needs to be in the comments. So if you can actually go to the comment section once this video posts, I would love to hear your guys' stories, man. And yeah, we'll do some kind of live stream. We'll do it on the Comic Book Canon Show where we will read all of the awesome stories. I think that will be super fun. So right on, guys. I'll answer a couple more questions that I have here before I go. One of them I think was, what's the most money I've ever spent? I don't know off the top of my head. So I'll have to get back to that. Yeah. Dawn asked 2 Hulk 181s. I'm going to tell another story for Dawn real quick. For those that don't know, Dawn is a diehard Wolverine fan. Loves X-Men. Wolverine's his guy. And he's been the proud owner of an awesome copy of Amazing Spider-Man 181. And then he buys a mystery box and gets the grand prize, a Hulk 181. So how fitting is it that one of Wolverine's biggest fans buys a mystery box and gets a second copy of probably his favorite book in his collection? So that's really cool. I got all the Dawn stories for you guys. So thank you, Simon. I appreciate it. Definitely. Thank you, Dawn. Appreciate you showing up tonight and being here, man. Kit Collector, Ride or Die. Oh, is he right? Yeah, that's Psylocke 9.8 I think, did you show that off on Instagram today? I think I saw that. If I remember, again, sometimes my memory, guys, is a bit out of whack, but I think I did see that. So right on, guys. Hey, thank you guys again. For those that weren't here, I spent the first 7 minutes kind of talking about, community and like, I had a couple little incidents, and even for my subscribers, like I don't want to tolerate any kind of nasty bullying in the comments, whether it's to me or to each other, or to anybody. I'm all about unification, community. Mr. Gretzky, thanks for being here too, man. Um, yeah, so and then what did we do for an hour after that? We sat here and have fun and talk comics as a community, and I love it. I love it. So that's what this is all about. I appreciate it, guys. You guys made my night. Means a lot to me. So Coffee Breath, Raider Bear, Mr. Gretzky. Thanks for letting me know you were here tonight too. The Lost Comic Kid, Kid Collector, all you guys, Isaac. Thank you all. Again, if you have been watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Check out the live stream tomorrow, 3 p.m. Go ahead and find the reminder and set that reminder, and we're going to have some more fun. So, right on, guys. Thank you again. Have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. So, peace, guys.